beautiful people, and welcome back to another video. This one is going to be the second one in my Fashion Weeks series. It took me a while to get around to this one. The Milan one will be coming very soon as well, and Paris Fashion Week is right now, so you'll be seeing that probably at the end of next week. Okay, but this one is my 5 trends for fall from London Fashion Week. This was a little bit difficult to do because London Fashion Week was very artistic and very out there and all over the place, and there weren't really specific trends that were observable through all of the shows, but there were some that I did see in a couple of shows, so I rounded them up for you guys. So let's start with number 1, the first trend from London Fashion Week, and that was florals. This is something that was present on almost all of the runway shows and the collections, ready-to-wear collections for fall winter 2018. So yeah, florals is number 1. I saw a lot of like your grandmother's curtains florals, but I also saw some really awesome floral pieces, and I'm quite excited for this trend. It's nothing new, it's nothing like revolutionary, because florals have always been around, and I think that they will always be on trend. Especially I love dark florals in fall and winter, but I'm rambling on. Okay, number 2 on my list is something that was very present in New York Fashion Week as well, and that was tartan plaid. Again, in London Fashion Week, I saw this in quite a few of the shows. In New York Fashion Week, it was more of those colored plaids, and I feel like in London it was a little bit less of that, but it was still present. So I definitely do think that this is a trend from London Fashion Week as well for fall winter 2018. Number 3 is something that really caught my eye in a lot of shows, and it's actually kind of a combination of things. I saw a lot of metallics, and especially silver was huge. There was actually one show, and I can't think of the name right now, but their collection, their pictures, they had the whole room like wrapped in tin foil, and then almost all of the outfits were that silver metallic color as well. Really cool look. I like silver, I'm into this whole like thing. But anyway, definitely a noticeable trend in London Fashion Week, because there was metallic silver on a lot of the runways, and also a lot of sequins and embellishments, which I want to kind of group under this one as well, because I feel like they kind of fit into the same category. So yeah, silver, metallics, and sequins and little just like sequined embellishments were huge in London Fashion Week. Moving on, the next 2 are ones that weren't really observable in a lot of the shows, but I do feel like they were quite present during London Fashion Week. The first one of that is the stripe trend. I'm sure you've seen all over the high street that stripes are huge right now, and I think, judging on the shows from London Fashion Week and actually also from New York Fashion Week, that this is going to continue on into the fall winter season. And the final trend that I thought was just sprinkled into a lot of the shows was vinyl and patent, or vinyl or patent, it's the same thing depending on where you come from, whatever you call it. But I saw quite a lot of it spread out in the different shows, so I think that this is a trend from last year that will most probably continue on, or not last year. Yes, last year. I think this is a trend from last year that will continue on into the fall winter season next year. So don't chuck out your patent or vinyl pants yet, or skirts. You can still definitely wear them next year or this year, sorry, for fall winter. One more thing I want to mention, which I don't think really was a trend because I only saw it in one show, and that was the Burberry show. I'm sure you've heard, if you follow like Fashion Week things and stuff like that, is the rainbow theme that Burberry had going on. It was the last collection by the designer that designs for them now, and he wants to go out in a bang. But I think that the rainbow thing was less of a trend prediction or trend setting for fall, and more of a personal statement, as it was like a whole LGBTQ thing, but I did think it was really cool, and I really loved the Burberry show, and I loved the rainbow theme. That being said, I did mention in my 5 trends for 2018 video that I think rainbow color theme sort of sweaters and stuff is very on trend. I have a rainbow sweater from Zara, and I know that they've got a couple in stock right now, and in other stores as well. So yeah, is it a trend? I think in London Fashion Week it was more of a statement, but I do definitely think that rainbow things as well are a trend for 2018. Yeah, okay. I don't know if that made any sense, but yeah. Okay, so those were some of the things that stood out to me in London Fashion Week. If you had a favorite show from London Fashion Week, I would love to hear that in the comments. So I guess that's all for this one, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys!